videos, fonts, all the data will be inside this root level. It's all up to you to create a folder, to create multiple folders. The only thing that we need to be careful is that we have to call these folder paths inside our pubspec.yaml file. We'll see it in a minute. So this is related to iOS. Now this folder, which is a lib folder, which is specifically for Flutter coding. We will develop, or we will create, or we will add everything related to Flutter inside this lib folder, and it will automatically build iOS, Android, and down below you can see web files for us. So we will be focusing on this lib folder and definitely assets folder for our assets. Okay, now let's talk about the pubspec file, which is the pubspec.yaml file. This is a default file, and you can see a lot of comments over here. This file contains name, description, publish version. You can see the version over here, SDK which currently the application is using. After that, inside the dependencies, we will add all the packages inside these dependencies. You can see the one added by default, which is Cupertino icons. After that, we have development dependencies, and then down below here we are going to add two things from the assets. First of all, we have two assets over here. So I was talking about the assets folder. Whatever the name of the folder, whatever files you have inside the folder, you don't have to mention the files, but you have to mention all the folders in here. And down below we are going to also use custom fonts, not Google fonts. If you want to use Google fonts, it's all up to you. So let me just customize this pubspec for a minute. To remove the comments, press Ctrl plus R. To replace this, we have comment starting with the hash sign. Then we have to write dot asterisk, means select the whole line starting from this hash sign and replace it with nothing, replace all, and you can see every comment is replaced with the empty space. Now we can easily remove and sort everything. Let me just do it quickly. Okay, I've just added all the comments and remove everything or all the spaces. So first of all, you can see at the top we have a name of the application, description, publish to, and version of our application. Then we have the target SDK, and then in the dependencies you can see I have already added packages. So we will add utility packages. Icons, I have just added a new package, which is the icons X. This these are the icons we are going to use in our project. Then we have already Cupertino, and this is a state management, which is get state management that we are going to use in our application. After that, we will add everything related to product specific packages. Then we have development dependencies, and inside the Flutter, to add these assets, you have to make sure that indentation should be perfectly assigned. So you can see see before assigning assets I have two spaces, 1 and 2, and then I have written assets, and down below again we have 1 and 2, then hyphen sign. After the hyphen sign I have only one space. After that, how we can write these assets, you just have to go to the fonts, right click, copy path reference, and in here you can copy path from content root. You just have to paste it right over here and make sure you have to end it with the backslash, right? This means without ending with the backslash, it's not gonna add everything inside it, right? So you have to make sure that end should be with the backslash, means every image, video, icon inside this folder should be added automatically, right? So we're not going to add fonts because we don't need fonts, as we are going to define fonts down below over here. So I'll keep it as logos. So we have icons, images and logos already defined over here. So if we create another project inside the icons, let's say I'm going to create a new directory, icons of brands. So I have to define icons and then icons of brands. And if I have something else, then again I have to create icons of that specific folder. Let's say icons of categories. So again we have to create the same folder over here. Okay, next we have fonts. Because you can see I have added fonts manually inside the fonts folder. So to define the fonts, same, you have to give indentation of two spaces, then next again two spaces and a hyphen sign, then you have to write one space family name of the font, then again right below the family you have to write the fonts. I have added different sizes. This is light, and how you can get this, you have to go to the fonts. Let's say this is a bold, right click, again copy path reference. You have to choose this path from content root. This is for the bold, so I am going to paste it right over here. You can see, and it does not contain any forward slash or backslash. So when we are pointing towards the exact file, we will not add anything. If we're pointing towards a folder, then we are going to add backslash. Assign the weight. If style is italic, you can assign that. You can assign a bunch of other things. So once the pubspec file is completed, this is how we are going to keep our pubspec file. Let's close it. Let's close the main file for now. After adding the assets, make sure when you change anything, you should have to run the command flutter pubget. But for now, let's try to add everything inside the lib folder. The same approach. So let me create folders here. Okay, you can see you've created a folder structure. It's not just for the e-commerce application, but you can use this folder structure for any application. So first of all, we are going to use bindings because we are going to use the getX. So bindings we will learn in our upcoming videos. So we will place all the bindings in here. Then in the common, we are going to place all the common styles or all the common widgets in here in these folders. You can add anything more, anything extra. If we have a data inside the data, you can see we have repositories. And services. These both are going to deal with the cloud queries. Repositories are mostly dealing with Firestore, Firebase, and services are going to be dealing with APIs and payment services. Then we have features. Inside the features, we have authentication feature. Personalization and shop feature. So again, inside the authentication, inside the authentication feature, personalization and shop feature. So again, inside the authentication, inside the repositories, and inside shop you can see each feature contains layers, controllers, models and screens, controllers, model screens, and same for the third feature. Let's say in future we are going to add some more features, so we just have to right click, create a new package from here, which is a folder, and inside we are again gonna copy all these layers and we simply start coding. So this is for the features layer. Then localization is about the languages. We will in future gonna add multiple languages, so that's why we have to use this folder. Now comes the utils folder. It's a very important folder and specific. Specifically for the utils, we are gonna talk about in the next video. Inside the constants, we have to keep multiple folders, multiple files. In the constants, we are gonna keep all the colors file. We will learn how to add enums, how to add image strings, because we don't want to keep on repeating the image strings. Then we are gonna keep all the sizes of our application. Then we have the text strings, and definitely API constants will go inside this constants. After that, we have the device. Everything related to device functions, we will add everything inside this. And same in the next video, we're going to learn how to create a device utility, in which we will add how to hide a keyboard, these are some helper functions related to devices. How to hide keyboard, set status bar color, is device's landscape orientation or horizontal orientation, set full screen, set screen height, set screen width, and bunch of other options related to device. Then we have the formatters. For the formatters, we can create formats like date formats. We will create some helper functions for the date formats, and we just have to pass date to these functions and we'll get the resultant response. Then we have some currency formats, some phone number formats, and bunch of other things we can add inside the formats. Then we are definitely gonna have helper functions. Then we will learn how how to add HTTP, local storage, helper functions, logger helper functions, and definitely above all, a very important thing that every project, if you ask me, every project should have a predefined theme, because by using this theme, by defining everything inside the theme in your custom theme, you are already done with the 90% of the application. You just have to place things around and you're good to go. So definitely we're going to learn this as well in the next tutorial. After that, we are going to add validators for the email, phone number, password, full name, and different validators we can add over here. So this is the utility. We will add that in the next tutorial. Then we have the main.dart. Definitely main.dart is, we will see the main.dart after the configuration. So for now, whenever you change this pubspec file, you just have to click on the get dependency to load everything in it. So for now, let's recap. We learn how to add assets inside the pubspec file. We learn what is pubspec file, two types of Flutter folder structures, and we already implemented the feature first approach and bunch of other folders. I can to get notified about